Politics and international relations is fundamentally something that affects all of our daily lives. It raises fundamental questions about the ways in which societies are organized and the ways in which they should be organized. Usually when we think about politics, we think about men in suits in rooms making decisions, policy making, governments, elections. But when we start to think about women and gender equality in politics, we think about politics more broadly. We think about who isn't in these meetings. We also think about whether there are other spaces in which politics might be happening. And if we think about politics as power, we can see that power has just as much an important role to play in the bedroom or in the kitchen as it does in Westminster or Whitehall. Why do women continue to be underrepresented in politics? Where are the obstacles? Where are the barriers? What kinds of power inequalities are we still seeing in politics? And that in turn helps us think also about, are there ways that we might think about politics differently? And are there ways that we might practice politics in a different way, in a way that's more inclusive, more equal, more diverse? And those are all fundamental questions for all of us as citizens in a democracy, thinking about issues of representativeness, of democratic legitimacy, and of the quality of our politicians. Studying gender politics for our students benefits them because it helps them think critically and more expansively about the goals, the ideals, the outcomes of politics. Who makes decisions in politics? Who should make decisions? What kinds of issues are important on the political agenda? But it also has a broader role. It helps us think about whether we might practice politics in ways that are more inclusive, that are more equal, that are more diverse, and that might engage citizens to participate more in the political process. We know, for example, that voter turnout rates have dropped. We know, for example, that there are differing rates of political ambition and political involvement between women and men. We know that young women, for example, are much less likely to say they want to participate in politics, that they want to run for politics than men are. So we have to think about ways that we might engage students, young people in politics more broadly. And this raises the question, if we had parliaments that looked more like the people that they represented, would people be more engaged in politics? Would they want to engage more with the political process, with their representatives, with policy making and these broader questions more generally?